Good day, Quest Quenchers. I'm Unsilent, and we're on the air with more Diablo. It's episode number 9 of Diablo. Thanks for tuning in. I had to think about that for a second. Last time out, we made our way down to level 6 of the Catacombs, the Labyrinth, what lies beneath the cathedral in Tristram. We've been completing some quests now. Oh yeah, Garbad the Weak. That was still a thing. On Chamber of Bone.
Beyond the Hall of Heroes lies the Chamber of Bone. Eternal death awaits any who would seek to steal the treasures secured within this room. So speaks the Lord of Terror, and so it is written.
Sorry, it's when I do record these things, it's not like I know it goes up every week, but I don't exactly record. No, go back up to 5 because I want to go up to 4. I want to chat with Garbad. I was just doing a quick spot check of my shit here, so. No, because when I go up and I do these recordings, like, yeah, I record 2 in a go, so it's like this and, like, so it's like 7 and 8 are a pair, 9, and which is this one, and the next one, 10, I'll record in the same sitting. And so, but I find that I've been recording, like, I'll record, like, I'm trying to think of a way of phrasing this that makes sense. So I'll record one pair one day, and then a few days later, not a week later, I'll record the next pair, and then I'll let it, like, sit for, you know, almost a month before doing the next set of 4. So. Which, in the early episodes, it's like, everybody's giving me advice, it's like, oh, I'm massively ahead of you. Now it's a little better, because now I think I'm finding a rhythm. At least figuring things out a little better. And progressing. Yeah. So. We'll see where this one goes. And hopefully this one goes well. So yeah, it's been my excuse has been since I played the game. Hi Garbad. What you got for me this time?
Nothing yet. Almost done. Very powerful, very strong. Live, no pain, and promise I keep.
Okay, well, nothing yet. So I would assume there's a floor trigger. A lot of things in here seems to trigger off like a can I? Oh, I can't just push the button in it or push the thing and it'll find its way there. I'm probably taking the long way around. I know I am taking the long way around. I don't even have to think about it. Ah, well. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm finding like a lot of like quest stuff tends to act like it triggers off of what floor you're on. So, just because I'm on... So maybe if I have to hit 7 or 8 before Garbad finishes doing his next item that he's working on. It's hypothetical. I'm just taking a guess based on current observations. So, and then just we're gonna get back down to 6. We had gone like halfway through 6 in the 6th floor in the last episode. Now we're just we're gonna clean up, and we were just checking in on that quest. I believe the Hall of Bone was in on level 6. At least where we got it. From that book, yes?
Beyond the Hall of Heroes.
Yes. I know. It's like, hey, you gotta learn something there. Well, come on. Oh. There's a... Okay. Damn Glooms. That's a welcome back. Gloom's ambushing you. Small chest. Hidden behind that wall there, so I just... Oh, closed door, so there's stuff over there as well. Lots of Glooms. Come on, through the door, you bastard. There's more. I can hear me shooting them. I was gonna say, but oops. Oh my god, that's a lot more Glooms. Do I have the right bow? Yeah, I have the right bow equipped. It's almost like they explode in a shower of feathers when I do that, right? Even though they look more like bats than they do birds. No, I got them all. I got them all. All right. All of these book pedestals and no books on them. We can check the bookcase with a Book of Holy Bolt. I thought we had already Holy Bolt, so we will. Oops, sorry. We'll level this one up to level 2. Get that nice sound. So we're up to level 2 Holy Bolt. In case you needed a refresher. That was what we have. This is the important one. Healing, which is on F6. Okay. That's on 8. Oh, that's on 8. And the Fireball's on 7 and Holy Bolt's on F5. So we want. Oh shit. I shouldn't have done that. Healing's on. Healing's on F6. It's apparently whatever you hover over and then push the button of. Charge Bolt and Holy Bolt. Okay. You know, let's get that's S and that's B, and let's get that all off the screen. All right, we want F6 so I can push the right mouse button, open the door, and do that. Right. Yes, I know. If I haven't been yelled at in previous videos about Steve, remember you've got an inventory full of this shit. Yeah, I realize that. It's one of those habits you get into, like, you know, if you've been here a while, you know, I played, what have I played? I played KOTOR 2, and I played, I was gonna say Final Fantasy. That was a lot of potions. It was a lot of potion-based, but there's a lot of ways to get your health back, or not, your mana back. Well, health and mana back. So I'm thinking it's like, this is just bad habits I've incurred from playing too much KOTOR. It's like your mana regenerates, or force points, regenerates quite quickly. And I mean, granted, depending on how you've got your character set up. Oh. That's a lot of bastards. Overlords aren't particularly tough. Oh, got just thwapped ever so slightly. I don't know if I should. This Fire Clan inadvertently seems to be very smart. I don't know whether he was programmed to try and cut me off at the pass, but we'll get some cash. Now, see, here would be a good place to use one of those. Oh, sorry. Right click to use. Oh. I probably used it a little early, but the Scroll of Gollum, I believe we took a look at the inventory that was left outside at the end of the last episode, and Scroll of Gollum is there. Oh, I thought that was the stairs. That's the stairs. Chamber of Bone. Ah, there's a doorway to the Chamber of Bone. There's a doorway to the Chamber of Bone. There's a lot of dudes that want me to. I swear I didn't touch the first one, or barely touched the first one. You missed. Now I'm hoping the Chamber of Bone is full of skeletons. Why? The skeletons aren't that troubling, let's be honest. I mean, granted, some of these guys aren't that worrying either. It's just one of those things. So yeah, Chamber of Bone, which is in the quest. We went over that earlier on in the episode. We haven't been live for even 10 minutes at this point. So let's just go through this. Oh, an Overlord. And what I can only assume is a Fire Clan with a bow and arrow. Now, we have met Fire Clans with bows and arrows before. If you recall the, Sorry, it looks like something there. What was I going to say? If you recall the side quest, the Poison Water side quest. If you recall from that we ran into, that was the first time we ran into Fire Clans, and that was also, it just goes around in the loop. That was also Fire Clans, both melee and ranged varieties of. Holy balls! There's also, I didn't catch the name, but he's a fancy ass Overlord. Now, if we can just kind of stun lock some of these guys. Can you stun lock things in Diablo? It almost seems that way. Balefroth the Pitmaster. I assume Pitmaster not in the grilling sort of way? I remember there was on Food Network at one point they had like a Pitmasters type show where they would follow. I mean, it kind of maybe they almost do the same thing with Chopped because they got the Chopped barbecue or Chopped grill thing, you know, Chopped grill masters or something like that. But they've had those grilling competitions, and I want. Oh well, we don't need another composite bulb, do we? It's the exact same, except it's got no or it's got. Oh, I guess it's not full on strength. So now you dropped something. I thought a claymore. Okay. Well, I thought you dropped. Damn, Gloom hurt itself crashing into the wall. Maybe it is a bat. Maybe it just can't see, and that's why it just crashes into things haphazardly. Then slowly, after it runs into something, it just slowly floats back towards you. It's like, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to crash into you, but now I got your attention. So, little things like that. Yeah, I thought he dropped something nicer than a claymore, but oh well. It is what it is. Oh, a cape!
6 seasons and a movie!
Not identified. Armor's 4, so it's not going to be near as nice. Like, as that. So, I'm kind of like... not particularly arsed about it. We could drop some of the bigger shit over at the, over at one of the stairs. That's the 7, okay. It's on the map. How'd I go right by it and not see it? Oh, trapped small chest. We'll switch to that. Well, it's a good thing I gave it a wide berth, right? So we'll just drop some inventory here and here, since we're expecting good things from Chamber of Bone. We picked that up in the last episode too, didn't we? What's that? One of these two. Picked up a ring in the last episode as well. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the foot of the steps of the Chamber of Bone and get in a quick save here. Not a quick save, just a save. What was I going to say? Totally Scrooged down the comment, actually. He had a good idea. So, if there's any... I know there's a few aspiring YouTubers that watch some of my videos. Not necessarily all of them. Some of them, they kind of show up at the ones that are relevant to them. But you never know. One of you might show up here. And Totally Scrooged had a good idea. One that, I liked. And I think he might have used when he did YouTube. And, hey, maybe he's back doing it. He was thinking about it. You were thinking about it. Anyway, one of the things he suggested is something like this, right? Diablo, where you can't have multiple save files. It's just one save file for the character, right? I go do that. I can't change, I'll use Final Fantasy as the example. You remember playing Final Fantasy games, and you've got all the save slots. One memory. I was gonna say I use the PlayStation example. You have one memory block for every. One save slot for every one memory block on your old PS1 memory card, right? So you didn't write over the same ones. And so when I do my LPs, I'll have different save files. So like when I did Final Fantasy IX, I rotated between like 10 different save slots. Yeah, for KOTOR 2, every episode was its own save slot. I can't do that here. So what I did was I went and on Mr. T Scrooge, Totally Scrooge's suggestion, found where the save file was for this, and copied and pasted and saved it elsewhere, just so that way I had a backup in case, the power conks out and the video file vanishes, so, because OBS, recording to MP4, so, there's another tip. It tells you right in OBS when you're setting it up, but it says, well, if your computer crashes, we can't recover an MP4 file. The implication is an FMV file would be it, but I do my audio and my video separate because that's just me. I've come from a background of where I started in campus radio. And so it's like, recording things, recording audio and then cleaning it up. That's something I've just always naturally done. And as we go up into the chamber, bone chamber. Gotta shorten that shit up. A horror captain. Did get a couple licks on me. Oh yeah, I got this. Oh, unseen. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't see him. It's John Cena. John Cena got the jump on us. 2, 3, 4. Another dex or another vitality? I'm feeling like a vitality. Because we're at 87 to hit. I feel like a vitality might be better. Oh, there's another unseen. Oh, man, I did not see him. He snuck up on me there.
You can't see me. My time is now.
So, oh, that was a horror captain, not an unseen. Said we're not getting out of here. Oh my good. Oh, it's a horn demon. Met them before. Wasn't expecting that. That was a lot of mana used. Yeah. So we gotta be careful of John Cena's, Roman Reigns's. Anybody else got some wrestling references they want me to wedge in here? I am more than happy to. What the? It's an upside down. Oh! Oh, man. That hurt. You let these bastards get a little lineup on you. They don't just hit you, they knock you back, too. Got it. It seems like, I could be wrong, but I think they have a wind-up mechanic. So it's, you gotta be, whoa, careful. Man, that guy's tough. Guy's got a little bit of beef to him. So, you gotta be careful for that. Unintentional wrestling reference. I know Vince likes his beef.
There's a lot of beef out here.
So we were looking at the upside down burning cross. Not too demonic. A skull lever. I ain't pulling nothing until I find... I ain't pulling nothing until I know, because it feels like, you could get yourself into some ugly shit if you're not careful right now. Let me take down John Cena. Past the burning... Oh! Watch out for Roman Reigns. I mean, he does need... He's a Superman punch away from being Roman, so... Pick up the cash. Cash is good. I'm assuming I'm the only person that's ever watched Pastime on Speed Channel here. And another skull lever. So I'm assuming the door is locked and it remains such. Just use that. And we'll move that to there. Not a full rejuvenation, but it did the job here, right? I'm just a little concerned about... Yeah, get that save there. Because we're in a safe spot. Oh my good sweet Christ. That's a lot of dudes. I hope nobody was worried about my XP. Because we're going to get a metric shit ton of them. See? We're already up a level. Where's Firewall on 7? Notice how I just firewalled that. You can't just... It's like... You can't run. They're faster than you. He's standing in right there, so you give him enough opportunities to hit you, right? Oh, John Cena snuck in. Pick up some cash. We'll pick up some cash. We'll pick up some cash. Oh, 2 John Cenas. So John Cena and Alex Riley. Bastard. That's still a lot of them. We'll hope that the door acts as a sufficient choke point to soften them all up, right? Hi. So we'll let the firewall burn out. Just make sure we didn't miss any. Missed a saber. But not a saber, which is a Buick, of course. That's what I get. Not from watching too much professional wrestling. Or too much Speed Channel. That's what I get from watching too much Price is Right growing up. That was the thing when Bob was there, right? It gets about half of that filled up, I'd say. Thereabouts. Because when Bob was hosting The Price is Right, I swear that, especially when I was watching it growing up in the 90s, and when I watched it again, in the mid-2000s, when I was in university as well, is that I swear Bob only ever did American cars on the show. Now, is that true? Is that accurate? Let's see if we can't get the... Oh, we took down a John Cena there. Oh, he ran into his buddy there. I'm hoping that the door seems to be screwing him up a bit, so that's good. 67, was that 49, or is it... I hope it was at 69. If I missed an opportunity to nice them. And I still haven't hit the skull levers yet. Now I'm wondering. One more right here. I'm going to pull the lever. We're going to pull the lever and we're going to see what happens. Left or right? You always go right. It's funny, I'm watching Twitch the other day, and friend of the channel, Mr. Josh the Dead, Mr. JOTD, or J0TD, I should say. Mr. Josh the Dead, I'm watching him play Kingdom Hearts 1, and all of a sudden I hear him go, which way do I go here? He's got a Scottish accent. I can't do that. I mean, if you've watched my Star Trek 25th anniversary Let's Play, I do Mr. Scott once. Ain't as good as my... It's not as good as my Bill Shatner. But anyway, he goes, left or right? You always go right. I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh, it opens up another path. Well, I will be. I just form an orderly queue. I know this is an American game, not a British game, so I don't know how. A leather armor, a broadsword, and a clerk. A lot of good shit. There's a lot of shit. How about that? Oh, and a short bow. There's a lot of stuff, but... no, that's not it. Inventory. That's inventory. I don't want to start stocking up on stuff I can't do much with. We'll go past the Burning Cross. Try not to walk into it. You know, you never know with some games. Like, I'd assume... Like in this game, for example, if I walked into my firewall, I would take damage. Oh, this is over on the other side. Ah, right there. Where was I? Yes. I assumed that if I walked into my firewall that I would take damage. But I don't know if I was to walk... Oh, see, here's the problem. That was all skeleton dudes. So, spiked club, a long staff, and a broad sword. I was gonna say, back when I went to church, I swear that they always oh, there, asked and answered. I just don't know if you heard that underneath me talking. It sounded like we took damage there. Anyway, I was going to say back when I was still going to church when I was in elementary school. one of the things that happened, one of the things that when they came into, I forget what they call it now. It's been a long time. So it's like, it's been almost 20 years since I went to church, even semi-regularly. So so when they started the mass, they'd always, bring in this procession, and it would have a staff with a cross on it. Like, it looked like it was a brass staff with a cross on it. And I had to, because I went to Catholic elementary school, and so one of the things we were, had to, I guess, run a school church mass thingy. That got away from me. Anyway, and I remember moving that brass staff thing, the brass staff. It was the cross on top of a, at that point I'm in elementary school. I'm 5 foot tall, thereabouts. And like, this thing is still like almost another head on top of me. So it's a 6 foot thing from bottom to top, and it's this big heavy brass staff. And like, only just a tiny top foot of it is the not a cross but a crucifix, because it's got Jesus on the cross. So that's a crucifix, technically speaking. But it's got so it's got that big heavy thing. And that one cross there, the staff, the one staff there reminded me of, okay, that's the thing they've got in the church. So anyway, sorry, that things that only interest me, but you want to know a little bit about church. That was, I just remember it was heavy as all get out. Arcane knowledge gained. What does arcane knowledge gained mean? Wait a minute. Anything new? Guardian? Was that there before? I don't think so. Should we just do a quick, anybody mind if I do the quick Google search? Just, yeah, that's we can do one of these as well. Actually, hang on. Diablo 1 Arcane knowledge gained. Thank you. Chamber of Bone quest. Oh, +1 spell level. Sorry. Oh, okay. Hang on. Chamber of Bone reward +1 spell level to the Guardian spell. Also, 6 magical items are found in 2 mega chests on this level. Okay. Which we did find. Sorry, that's from the Diablo wiki? Sorry, that is diablo2.diablowiki.net. Oh, so is this even the... Triggered by reading the mythical book found on level 6. Even if it says Diablo 2. Blah blah blah. It's the same. It's the same stuff. So okay, that works. So I guess we can broadsword, cloak, leather armor. I probably got better armor. Oh, let's slide that out of the way. Move you over to there. But it seems like I could probably... Let's just move this back to over here, right? To the top of the stairs. It seems like the sort of thing where it's... it'll at least be decent for selling. How much is that? 5? 11 for the leather. Not as good as that. And it probably doesn't have as good perks either. Oops. Get around, get around. So, okay. See, I picked up something. Oh, that's interesting. There's this random spot over there. Now, it could mean absolutely nothing, because that's sort of, those dots are sort of the borders of the level area. Sorry if you just heard the transport randomly go by my window. Because I do not live in an area where transports come by frequently. Longstaff. Yeah, it looks almost like it's got a... It's not going to have a cross, but yeah, just the shape of that there. It almost looks like it's a bit of an ornate crucifix type thing. So. That was, things I wasn't expecting to get, blast to the past on. Let's, hey, remember...
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, I hit something? Oh, okay. I'm just dropping here anyway. So if I can get to the next thing. Can't carry these, but... That looks like it's got a... Like, if it was real life, that staff would be worth a lot just because of the shape and the ornamentation on it. Now, obviously, this is a video game and not real life. I mean, the demons are close enough to reality, but it's the John Cena things with the invisibility cloaks. It's completely unrealistic. He says after calling him John Cena. You can't see him! Oh, I know what this is. I know what music's going over the end of this video, so don't worry. Have I had a problem with... I've been doing that a lot in Half-Life 2. I've been covering the end of the video with various... they're going to go down for a minute. Because we got a whole bunch of the level we still got to explore, apparently. So I don't want to bail on that. But, oh, may as well stand in. Oh, we can... Oh, that's, hang on. You didn't see it, but I just pulled up the, GOG thing. I was holding shift to hold myself in place, and I want to push tab to get rid of the automat. So I ended up pulling up, and because I'm doing a game capture, not like a screen capture for this, I pull up the little Diablo thing. So, the little Diablo thing, it tells me what time it is. It is 2 minutes after 1. Sorry, it says 13:02, and I was doing the math in my head, and for some reason, went straight to 10. Oops, no, not that. There we go. We're good. And I turned that the mini-map on because I forgot that Shift Tab, much like in Steam... Oh, Town Portal. Nice. I mean, we're 2 floors down from the from the way back up to town, so I'm not too arsed about a Town Portal scroll right now, but I mean, it's nice because we're going to need it later. So yeah, that'll cover here. And so what we could do is we can go back up to the Chamber of Bone and just start cherry picking what we think will be beneficial. Let's get that out of the way. We can leave that at the top there. So what's going to be good and expensive and shit? The long staff. And then we want... There's a broadsword, there's a cloak. And we don't really have any room for anything else. We can put the skull cap in there and sell it for $3. And we gotta go back to 5. Oops. Don't cover the whole screen. Get rid of the inventory. There we go. And that's the way down to 7. We can get down to 7 in the next episode. I consider getting a side quest complete. I consider that, like a good day's work. Because you're always making progress, somehow, some way. So we can drop... What was I going to drop? The golem. Put Town Portal there. We're not duplicating on any of that. Phasing. Jettison that. I think there was a comment that those are basically useless. We're racking up the cash fast. Here's the other thing. So, okay, we can sell the skull cap back to Grizzlem there. No. God. Grisham? No. The hell's... Griswold! I knew that.
Whoa! What can I do for you?
You can learn me my goddamn name, boss. Or your goddamn name. $6, not $3. I was close. Now, where I see something. Oops. No, that's right. Oh, it was Armor Mines 3. That's why I didn't like it.
my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Mr. Decker Kane, could you identify an item for me? One or both? There's the Staff of Brilliance, 4 to 8. With that much duration. No required attributes. And the Cloak. The Cloak of Accuracy, plus 30. Well, that's nice. It's nice. I mean, it's not as good. I'd rather be tankier than accurate-er. More accurate. I know, that's not a word.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
I would like you to take the Cloak of Accuracy. I'll take... He says, I got a lot of cash. Here, take this shit. The Warrior's Bow of Power, and we're just short on cash on that one. We're just short. We got a lot of cash. Do you take... you take trade-ins.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
We can talk to you.
The axe? Aye, that's a good weapon. Balanced against any foe. Look how it cleaves the air. And then, imagine a nice fat demon head in its path. Keep in mind, however, that it is slow to swing. But talk about dealing a heavy blow.
Sorry, I just find it a Scotsman going, "And my axe," to be kind of funny. Many, many years before Peter Jackson decided that what's his name? John Rhys Davies was going to be a dwarf. Of course, I'm sure there's some of you going to say, before John Rhys Davies became Leonardo da Vinci.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I think that was in like 1 or 2 episodes of Voyager. Was it the Species 8472? Their introduction, that 2-parter, was it? I want to say it was tied to a big event, like a big deal in Voyager. I want to say the Species 8472 one. It could have been Year of Hell, but I don't think so. Anyway, let's talk to Decker.
Poor Farnham. He is a disquieting reminder of the doomed assembly that entered into the cathedral with Lazarus on that dark day. He escaped with his life, but his courage and much of his sanity were left in some dark pit. He finds comfort only at the bottom of his tankard nowadays, but there are occasional bits of truth buried within his constant ramblings.
Yeah, I know we've heard this one, but I can't appreciate finding some comfort in the bottom of a glass. Wasn't that in Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, Elton John?
Can't a fellow drink in peace?
No.
Well, there's a kid with more problems than even me, and I know all about problems. Listen here, that kid's got a sweet deal. Well, he's been there, lost a leg, gotta walk around on a piece of wood. So sad, so sad.
I mean, Farnham might be a drunk, but he's not heartless. Right. We're completely out of mana. I am not paying attention.
What ails you, my friend?
Get some healing. Doesn't do that, but it does the other one.
I really don't understand why Ogden stays here in Tristram. He suffers from a slight nervous condition, but he is an intelligent and industrious man who would do very well wherever he went. I suppose it may be the fear of the many murders that happen in the surrounding countryside, or perhaps the wishes of his wife that keep him and his family where they are.
I think we've talked about the profitability of bars, unless you're on bar rescue, I guess. We can chat with Ogden, and then we have to...
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun.
Well, I was going to say, people we have to visit would be Adria the Witch.
If you want to know more about the history of our village, the storyteller Kane knows quite a bit about the past.
Okay. Well, we've chatted with him recently, so... Indeed. All right, let's go find Adrian. We'll call her a day on this episode of Diablo. Hang on a second. Yeah, we're pushing past 40 at this point, so yeah, I think we'll let you guys go off the hook. This is starting to. I was mentioning KOTOR 2 earlier when I started. I was thinking, oh yeah, like a half-ish hour video every week. Yeah, okay, that'll be fine, right? Yeah, and then nope.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Well, kinda. I'm just a soul in search of coinage. Well, only 700. Yeah, it's better than poking the eye with a sharp stick. Now, could we just get a potion of mana? Or 2? And a chat.
A chest opened in darkness holds no greater treasure than when it is opened in the light. The storyteller Cain is an enigma, but only to those who do not look. His knowledge of what lies beneath the cathedral is far greater than even he allows himself to realize.
I'm sorry, but her first line was straight off a fortune cookie. Somebody got Chinese at lunch and came back and put the fortune cookie in the game like it was on a damn dare, All right. It's gonna save one of my favorite fortune cookie moments in TV. Not the Simpsons one. You think I was gonna go Simpsons as news radio though.
You will go on a journey, happy long time.
I do that one every time that I get a fortune cookie. Somebody asks me, "Oh, what was your fortune?" You will go on long journey, happy good time. And the thing is like nobody ever calls me out on it. Like my friends never call me out on it because they just think I'm not doing a bit. So it's just well. Anyway, yeah, that'll do it for this episode of Diablo. Next time, the 7th floor. But until then, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you are new. Share on social media. Follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on air, and that is for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. Don't forget you can check out more Diablo in the playlist. It's on the screen in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.